Dean Smith was very popular among your fan base and I think brought quite a lot of joy to you guys. He was described earlier on in the show. I was listening to the early sports breakfast and it was something along the lines of the fact that he made Villa a great place to come when nobody really wanted it. Nobody would touch Villa. So just tell us a little bit about the legacy he leaves.
I think with Dean Smith, for me, Laura, I feel like he still had credit in the bank, I feel that he come to Aston Villa, went on an unbeaten run, got them promoted, kept them up the following season. Then last season, he done a great job. Villa were the place that everyone wanted to watch football, exciting football. In the summer, they lose the talisman, their best player. It was always going to be hard. Yes, he got money to spend to bring in players, but them players haven't performed. Leon Bailey, Danny Ings, Brendia, they haven't performed so far, and I feel like they've let Dean Smith down. But, five games in a row, yes, that's a bad record to lose, but, a couple of wins, Laura. The next game's Brighton at home, where you probably fancy Villa to get a result. I just feel that he deserved a bit more time, and it just proves that the Premier League is a savage place to be. I mean, who would want to be a manager in the Premier League?
Well, you mentioned Buendia, Leon Bailey, Danny Ings as well there. They've all played 25 minutes of football together this season. So he's been knocked with injuries. Ings, yep. Douglas Luiz, suspended Ezri Konsa. They're all missing against Southampton as well. So even though he's had that money to reinvest after losing Jack Grealish, and that's hard, a hard player to replace because of what he did, not just individually, but all over the pitch, that I kind of feel like it's... I don't know. I feel like it's quite harsh.
Yeah, you know what? You know why? I think they sacked him, Laura, as well. I mean, I was speaking to my friend, and when Nuno Santo got sacked, I said to my friend, I'd be very worried if I was Dean Smith and other managers below Spurs, because Spurs were like, what were they, sixth? 15 points when they sacked Nuno Santo. So other board members of other teams are going to look at it and think, hang on a second, Aston Villa, 5 points behind Spurs. And Spurs have sacked their manager. You've seen it with Norwich. I feel like you'll happen with other managers in the Premier League this season. Owners and chief executives will look at it and think, these teams are making moves and sacking their managers, and we're not, So I was always worried for Dean Smith after I seen the Spurs sacking.
Gabby, what about John Terry? I know he left in the summer. And, I look at the way Aston Villa leaked goals this season, conceded loads. I know he was part of, the backroom staff. Do you think he was like a big loss?
I think so, 100%, mate. I feel that, everyone knows John Terry, one of the best ever Premier League defenders. He's going to be a massive loss, isn't he? When he was at the club, Aston Villa had probably the second, third best defence in the Premier League, was it last season? Yeah. So, massive loss from John Terry, but... he had plans. He wanted to spend more time with his family. He wants to be a manager. So he had his reasons to leave. And
could he become the manager, Gabs, at Villa? Would you have him?
I'd have him, definitely. But, you hear the links last night, this morning. There's talk of Steven Gerrard, Graham Potter. Maybe for them to pull the plug now on Dean Smith, they might have already had someone lined up, Jamie. Maybe Potter or Gerrard is already... negotiating terms. So I'll be surprised if John Terry got it, to be honest, because I feel like they'll be going for someone really big at the moment.
What do you think they need at the moment, Gabs?
I think there's someone who can get these new players playing, Laura. I mean, for me, the good thing about the second half against Southampton was that the players looked like they were playing for the manager. That's a big sign, isn't it, when you see that players aren't playing for a manager? But these players were. So that's why I was surprised with Dean Smith getting the sack. But whatever manager comes in, for me, he's just got to get the best of Leon Bailey. You look at Rafinha at Leeds United. He drags them through games and gets results. Leon Bailey, he's got to do that for Aston Villa. When other players aren't performing, you've been brought in for a lot of money. Go and do something. Go and make something happen and score a goal, an assist. Brendia. So whoever comes in has got to get these new signings, earning their big transfer fees.
Do you think it would be the right job for Steven Gerrard to take? Like, we know you mentioned he's probably the favourite at the moment, but would it be right for him?
I'd love him to come, Laura. I feel that, watching his passion on the side with Rangers, watching how Rangers play football, I think it'd be a great sign for Aston Villa. I feel as well for Rangers, I feel like, what more can you do for them? He's won the title with them after such a long time of not winning it. I feel like it's the right time now for him to come to Aston Villa. And that might be a stepping stone for him. before his future might be the Liverpool job that he wants. I think it'd be a perfect job for him. I feel that the players will respect Steven Gerrard. I mean, one of the best ever Premier League players for me. And I'll be buzzing with that signing. I'm not sure Ali will be happy if he's listening.
No, I was just thinking of Ali. He would be happy with that, would he?
Yeah, but I think Steven Gerrard's been named for like most of the jobs that have been going at the moment, and sooner or later he's going to take one, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay, Gabs, you can go back to bed now.
All right then. Yeah, I'll have to speak to Jamie for another week. Perfect.
I know. Perfect.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.